Lee, thank you so much. That was great. Now the next reader is the person, a poet, a performer, musician, everything that most of you probably know. It's Ron Whitehead, who has been everywhere, done everything. And he's a lifetime beat poet.
On being an outlaw poet, the ending of time, an alchemical rant. To live outside the law, you must be honest. Bob Dylan, outlaw poet. An outlaw can be defined as somebody who lives outside the law, beyond the law, not necessarily against it. By the time I wrote Hell's Angels, I was riding with them, and it was clear that it was no longer possible for me to go back and live within the law. There were a lot more outlaws than me. I was just a writer. I wasn't trying to be an outlaw writer. I never heard of the term. Somebody else made it up, but we were all outside the law. Kerouac, Miller, Burroughs, Ginsberg, Kesey, me. I didn't have a gauge as to who was the worst outlaw. I just recognized my allies, my people. Hunter S. Thompson, outlaw writer. Time was, time is, time will be no more, and it's the Big Bang epiphany in the gap between thought and image. Voices, dreams racing, whispering through my throbbing blood, pleading through my dancing bones, dreams, activities of my laughing nerves, the unconscious life of the ecstatic mind, the tetrameter of I ams marching, shouting, alchemically transmutative, symbol decipherment, the book as sacred elixir, manger du livre, eat the book, and the words will set you free. The shortest distance between 2 points is creative distance, and Allen Ginsberg howls, I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, and dying. To prima rants, the only war that matters is the war against the imagination. All other wars are subsumed in it, and a merry baraka chants. They have turned and say that I am dying, that I have thrown my life away. They have left me alone where there is no one, nothing save who I am, not a note, not a word. And William S. Burroughs eats naked lunch, and Gregory Corso pours gasoline, and David Amram sings Pull My Daisy, and Herbert Huncke is in the hospital again, and Neil Cassidy died naked on those long-distance railroad tracks to nowhere, and Lawrence Ferlinghetti paints pictures of the gone world, and Jack Kerouac is still on the road. Mysterium tremendum, gnostical turpitude. Allen Ginsberg died of prima, Mary Baraka, William S. Burroughs, Gregory Corso, David Amram, Herbert Huncke, Neil Cassidy, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, Jack Kerouac, numinous howls and rants and chants and paintings and years of tears come fiercely flowing, streaming. All the pain wells up. Years of failure, of not being enough for anyone. Years of wondering, lost on the outside, outlaw, being told, you ain't shit, you don't fit, what the fuck you doing here? All you've done is create pain and sorrow. Wouldn't you be better off dead? Turning away from, walking away from, disappearing from bullies, authorities, tyrants, the past, the dead. In the hermetic corridors of authority, the dead somberly splash in their shallow sewers, devouring and regurgitating themselves, and with tears in my eyes, a snarl on my lips, and peace in my heart, I'm failing as no other dare fail, and I'm in the gap between thought and image. How'd I get here after all the years of not being self, after all the years of being other, of floating out of my body on the ceiling, watching skin, blood, bones, nerves, going through the motions, believing in space and time without realizing I was already out of sync, beyond chaos, breathing rhythms at the ending of time, and now here in the gap between thought and image, where the only distance is creative distance, here, now, at the ending of time, I focus all three eyes in wolf fashion, closing time. I walk through the stone, I float through the fire, I enter the upper chamber of the crystal tip of the golden pyramid, the confluence of all streams, polyglot commingling of all voices. Delos feeds herself, and as I float over the open sarcophagus, I am, we are the ocean of consciousness. Thank you.